Hi, I'm Officer Craig Dehart, and welcome to this edition of FPD Roll Call. Today we'll be speaking about the upcoming Public Safety Citizens Academy, and then I will also be talking with Officer Kimberly about our most recent D.A.R.E to be Great camp and what that's all about and how that went this summer. So first of all, I'd like to welcome Norman Currington to the show, and we're going to talk about the upcoming Public Safety Citizens Academy.
You bet.
But first, I'd like to tell you guys about what it is. This is our third year for the Public Safety Citizen Academy, and what I mean by the Public Safety Citizen Academy is we used to have a Citizen Police Academy that was just hosted by the police department. 2 years ago, this is going to be our third year, we approached the Florissant Valley Fire Protection District and wanted to get them involved as well. And so now we have split the academy between the fire department and the police department. And so it's a 9-week academy. It's going to start Wednesday, September 7th, and it runs through Wednesday, November 2nd from 6:30 p.m. until 9:30 p.m. at night. Some of the topics we'll cover are a tour of the police department and the fire department, traffic enforcement, accident investigation. You'll get to use a radar unit. You learn how radar works and how we actually get speeds of vehicles. Evidence and crime scene investigation, a canine demonstration, firearms, use of force. We don't actually get to use firearms, but our firearms instructor will actually come out and teach you about the firearms that we use on patrol. On the fire side, they do first aid, fire safety, as well as a live fire and search and rescue practical, and vehicle extraction, where you actually get to cut a car up with the jaws of life and things like that. So Norm, thanks for coming on.
Sure.
We wanted to get you're a graduate of the academy.
Correct.
So we wanted to get your, as a graduate on the other side, your reaction to this academy. Basically, what can you tell the folks about your experiences and how the academy works and what your reactions are to that?
Craig, first of all, let me thank you for the opportunity to speak to this project. I was a participant in the first program a couple of years ago, and since then I've been an outspoken person about the entire program. And specifically, I think the opportunity for a citizen to learn more about the internal functioning of both the police department and the fire department was a real opportunity and something that I was appreciative of. I guess like most people, I grew up thinking about wanting perhaps to become a fireman or a policeman. And of course, my life took a different direction, but now at the age of 75 and retired, I've got the opportunity to spend some time to go back and to learn some things that maybe I missed earlier in life. And that's what I found particularly rewarding about the academy. It's a 9-week course. It's a hands-on course. Right. And as a former educator myself, I knew the importance of that aspect. So participating in the program and learning about the inside workings of the police department and the number of things that you talked about there, and then getting to actually have the hands-on experience gave me an opportunity to really put together for my own edification what the entire police program and fire program is all about in our community. So I found that very rewarding, very satisfactory.
Great, and that's really, I mean, you nailed it. That's the whole purpose of our doing this academy, and we really wanted to bring our citizens into kind of the backstage or the behind the scenes of what goes on in the police and fire department to gain that mutual respect between our citizens and the police and fire department. So I think we accomplished what we were looking for.
Absolutely.
So what was your favorite class? And you don't have to, or a couple of the different classes that you had. What was your favorite, do you think?
You know, one of the things that I found fascinating to me was the use of the canine program. I knew of the police dogs and that we have a couple of them. But I didn't really understand some of the background information about how the animals are bred specifically for the purpose of the police work. I learned some fascinating things, I think, when it came to the care of the dogs themselves. And one of the things that absolutely astounded me was when I saw a demonstration of how the canine officers can open the doors of the vehicles to allow that animal to escape when they, or if they should need assistance of some type. So these were things that I wasn't aware of in the past, although some of it I had seen before, but actually able to see it up close and to ask questions about it from people who are the actual handlers and the police officers who do this on a day-by-day part of their routine was fascinating to me.
Great, and that's another thing. You know, we've got most people don't know that we have actually 4 canines, 3 canines that work are actually working dogs, and then our 4th one is our
public relations
dog. Right, and I don't think we had that when you went through the academy. It was Eddie.
Correct.
So yeah, most people don't realize that we do have so many, and we're fortunate to have that many many dogs. But what did, and I think you probably already covered this, did you think anything differently about the police and the fire department after going through the class?
Yeah, I was much more impressed, I think, afterwards in knowing that the officers do so many of these things routinely on a day-by-day basis that previously I guess maybe I took for granted. And when you're up close to it and actually put yourself in the position of the officers and the fire department officials, you learn more to appreciate exactly what it is that they have to do, and I guess things that they probably somewhat take for granted as well.
Sure.
But it's you're really impressed. One of the things, Craig, that I think I have to tell folks is that oftentimes when the program was held, after it was over on the night of the program, I went home and I laid awake for several hours just thinking about the experience I had been through and how much I was impressed and overwhelmed to some extent by exactly what the officers did and the fire department actually had to go through in their daily routine of things.
Right. And that's, I hope everybody that goes through the class has the similar experience that what you did.
They will.
And I believe they will.
Yeah.
So, as a last question, what would you say to the audience as far as, would you suggest going through this? How can you convince them to go through this class, I guess you could say?
I guess for me, it was, I weighed the opportunity. It's not something that I just jumped into. As I mentioned to you, I'm 75 years of age, and I thought about, you know, some of the information that came out about the program said that there was some physical involvement in it. And so I questioned, is that something I'd be capable of doing? I also thought about, is this something that, let's say, an older woman might be interested in? And my thinking is that, you know, they would be. Was it something that they would be capable of doing? And I guess I want to reassure everyone that the conditions under which they participate in the class, those instances where there could be some physical problems or challenges, accommodations are made for individuals like that. And at the same time, I don't think there's anything really that a person couldn't participate in if they chose to or not to. Accommodations could be made for them in that case.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to leave anybody out.
Yeah.
You know, and if you know, I know some of the fire stuff. You know, you put some turnout gear on, and you know, put fire. You know, some fire extinguishers in the vehicle, extractions like we talked about. If people aren't physically able to do that, then no problem. You can still participate as much as you feel comfortable doing.
Yeah.
If not, I mean, you still get as much out of the class, I think, as what.
And another thing I think is interesting is that the class size is fairly small, about 20, 25 people, something like that. which gives you everyone the opportunity to really put their hands on the equipment and to use it, and to feel that they're supported in whatever way is necessary to get them the experience that the folks want them to have.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, and well, Norm, thank you very much for coming out. We appreciate it. And again, if any one of these interests you, or you missed one of them, or something like that, you can come out and participate for sure. We are constantly trying to evolve this Citizen Academy class, so we may actually add a few more or change a few things for this class. I'm still working on some topics of discussion on that. But if you're interested, come out. To come out and participate in this class, you have to go through the application process. So you have to go online at www.florissantmode.com. Go to the Action Center. There's an application for the Academy online there. You can send it, fill that registration out online and send it. As well as you can stop by the fire department or the police department and fill out an application by hand if you prefer to do it that way. But we are limited to 25 participants, so please, if you're interested, get that registration to us immediately, and we can get that going for you. Again, those dates are Wednesday, September 7th through Wednesday, November 2nd from 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. It's every Wednesday night. So. All right, well, we will be right back after these messages.
Once they've outgrown their toddler seat, they're still not ready for adult safety belts alone. 4'9" is the magic number. Until then, kids need a booster seat. Make sure your little pumpkin gets there safely. Visit boosterseat.gov.
Welcome back. With us now is Officer Kim Berry. She's our school resource officer at Cross Keys Middle School in the Ferguson-Florissant School District. Officer Kim Berry and Officer Leslie Summers, our D.A.R.E officer, got together this summer, and we did a new summer camp called D.A.R.E to Be Great. So with us now is Kim to talk about that program. Thanks, Kim, for coming on. Welcome. Tell us a little bit about how this program got started.
Well, we do a program called Safety Town,
Okay.
early June. It's focused on preschool, 4, 5, and 6-year-olds. We talk about stranger danger, water safety, car safety, fire safety, and our chief wanted us to focus more on the middle school age. So we kind of brainstorm how can we reach out to the middle school age, which
Sure.
is 6th through 8th. So we have 2 programs already. We have the D.A.R.E program, Drug Abuse Resistance Education for elementary, 5th grade. We also have another program called G.R.E.A.T for middle school. It's focused on gang resistance.
Okay.
So we took those 2 programs, D.A.R.E to be great, and we combine it as one.
Right.
And the summer program is pretty much a fun activity for the kids from middle school.
Right.
No lectures, no mentoring. We just let's hang out and have fun.
Right, right.
So every single day we had different activity in St. Louis. The first day we went to the Cards game.
Nice.
They didn't win, but we had fun. It was great to see the kids.
Right.
I mean, having some kids who had never been to a game was kind of
That's
really,
what I heard.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
7 kids never been to a game,
Really,
and
really.
you know, it was great to see them smile, and the eyes were really bright. That was on Sunday.
Okay.
And then on Monday we took them to the zoo,
Okay.
and then Tuesday Science Center, and then Wednesday, which they really enjoyed, they had a police station tour.
Okay.
They saw dispatch, the roll call room, report writing room. They had a good time.
Police car, I'm sure.
Police car,
Right.
the gym.
Right.
They had a command staff meeting in the basement by themselves.
Nice.
It was really funny.
Very nice.
Yeah, and then Thursday we had a barbecue game, a barbecue and kickball game. They played against the officers, and we ate food. Tony Perry came out and cooked some great barbecue.
Right. I was there for that, and
Yeah,
it was good. We have
yeah.
an officer that does phenomenal barbecue.
Oh, it was great.
so-
It was so good.
He came out and did
a lot
that
of
for the
leftovers,
kids.
but it was good.
Right.
Parents showed up. One guy participated. It was a good turnout. It
Yeah,
was a good
and
turnout.
I watched the kickball game too. I don't know. It was boys against girls, I guess. Wasn't
Yeah,
it? Or who
you
won
know,
that?
but I
Do we
think the
know?
girls won,
The
you
girls
know,
won.
yeah.
Okay, right, right.
Yeah.
So, and it's great that this. I was there for the police department tour as well as the kickball game and the
Yeah.
barbecue, and I think the kids really, like you said, we're just hanging out. You
It's
know?
just
They're
hanging out and we're
with
having
police
fun,
officers
you know?
too, you know, and
Yeah.
and really getting them to understand that we're you know, people as well.
And we like to
and
have fun.
And yeah, and we like to have fun.
Yeah,
That's
I
exactly right.
probably had more fun than they did. It was really fun.
Right. So I mean,
Yeah.
so not only did the officers, you know,
Uh-huh.
you and Officer Summers get a lot out of it. I'm sure the kids did as well. And I know all the officers that played kickball on the final
Yeah.
day had a blast.
Yeah, I was
So
sore the next day, but yeah.
it was hot.
good.
It was a hot day.
Yeah.
So, and then I think we already talked about this, but the kids' reactions, the parents' reactions, I think they
Oh,
were
the
all
kids will
positive.
come back
Yeah.
again next year. They're really excited already for next year.
Right. All right, so we talked about the Dare to Be Great camp. Tell the audience who you are and how you became involved in this program.
Well, before that, after high school, when I was 18, I signed up for the Marine Corps. I was stationed in North Carolina. I did 2 tours to Iraq. Got as the E6 as staff sergeant.
Okay.
Once I left the Marines, which led me into law enforcement,
Gotcha.
I did a year and a half in the city, and I came to Florissant.
Nice.
And I've been a school resource officer for about 8 years.
And how long have you been in Florissant?
8 and a half.
Eight and a
Actually,
half?
about 9 years.
9 years?
About 9
Okay.
years.
Gotcha.
9 years.
So
give or
you've been
take.
up at Cross Keys for about 8.5 years then.
Yeah, I'm in the
so.
classrooms, I'm teaching, I'm talking, mentoring. It's a good time.
Right. So,
Yeah.
well,
Very
there you
blessed to be
go.
there.
So if you see, I know all the kids,
Oh,
if
yeah,
they
they know
do
me.
watch, they'll know. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, there's Officer Berry. But those of you that don't know her, if you see her out and in the
Yeah,
community,
please say hi.
Say hi, give her a
Yeah.
high five or a fist bump. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I'm a hugger.
Hugger,
Yeah, hug,
okay.
that's fine.
That works too. So thanks for coming on. We
Thank
do
you.
appreciate it.
Thank
all
you.
right. All right. We'll be back right after these messages with the June crime statistics.
This is Joe. He's putting in a new mailbox. This is where Joe is going to put his mailbox. But now he knows buried utilities are there. Before you dig, know what's underground. Dangerous utility lines could be within inches of the surface. Joe is digging with confidence because he made a call to 1-800-DIG-RIGHT. Call Missouri One Call at least 2 working days before you dig. They'll notify member utilities to mark your dig site, allowing you to dig safely. It's the law. Call 1-800-DIG-RIGHT.
Welcome back. We are now going to go over the June 2016 crime statistics. There were 3 robberies reported in the month of June at the following locations. On June 3rd, in the first block of North Highway 67. On June 11th, in the 1300 block of Dunn Road. And on June 25th, in the 1200 block of Shackelford. There were 9 burglaries in the month of June reported at the following locations. On June 1st, in the first block of D.A.R.E. On June 11th, in the 3100 block of Santiago. On June 12th, in the 1000 block of Kevin. On June 14th, in the 1800 block of Clover. On June 18th, in the 300 block of Countryside. On June 23rd, in the 14,000 block of Newhall's Ferry. On June 26th, in the 900 block of Robinwood. On June 29th, in the 1600 block of North Highway 67. And on June 29th, in the 14,000 block of Sunswept Park. There were 8 motor vehicle thefts in the month of June reported at the following locations. On June 12th, in the 2100 block of Kevin. Also on June 12th, in the 2500 block of Mockingbird. On June 17th, in the 2200 block of Kevin. On June 18th, in the 1300 block of Kale. On June 23rd, in the 2700 block of North Highway 67. On June 27th, in the 1100 block of Graham. On June 29th, at number 1 Flower Valley Shopping Center. And on June 29th, in the 1600 block of North Highway 67. There were 68 stealings in the month of June, and they were broken down into the following categories. There were 26 shopliftings, 5 stealings from motor vehicles, 10 stealings of motor vehicle parts, 4 bicycles were stolen, 1 theft from a building, and 22 miscellaneous thefts. There were 16 property damages in the month of June. All right, so that was the crime statistics for June. Just a few announcements that I like to make. Again, going back to what we talked about earlier in the show, I'd like to encourage everyone to participate in our Public Safety Citizen Academy. It goes from September 7th through November 2nd. Please apply online, www.florissantmode.com. Click on the Action Center. The application is available in the Action Center to fill out online, or you can come by the police department or the fire department to get an application and fill out. We do limit it to 25 participants, so please get those applications in as soon as possible. Also, coming up in October, we have we're going to observe National Night Out, October 4th. Usually we do it in August. We've gotten some concerns from residents that it's too hot out and that they would rather do it when it's a little cooler out. So this year we're going to try to do it in the fall, October 4th. It's a Tuesday. So if you're interested in doing that along with the police department, you can go to City Hall and get a block party permit. You can also notify me at 314-830-6042 that you're interested in doing National Night Out with the police department on October 4th, and we'll put you on the list. And in the past we've done a caravan through all the different block parties throughout the city on that night. The chief and his command staff, usually one of the canines is with us. Last year we had Eddie, our community relations dog. So there's a number of us that go out and visit all these block parties and sit there and communicate with the residents, and it's just an informal time for the police and the residents to get together and hang out for a little while and get to know each other. So if you're interested in that, please plan for October 4th and get the block party permits through City Hall. If you want to stay in communication with the police department for emergencies, you dial 911. Our non-emergency line is 831-7000. Again, we have the website, www.florissantmode.com/police. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, our YouTube channel, which this show will air on as well. I'm Officer Craig Dehart, and we'll see you next time on FPD Roll Call.